All right guys, welcome back to the sawmill. I'm down here again today working on this header beam. I think we're going to finish this up today though and move on to something else. We'll start building these doors hopefully by the end of this week. Once I decide what kind of material I want to use for the sliding doors. Now the main two doors going into the timber frame will be walnut. These two outside doors that you'll slide open to get access to the inside doors. I know that sounds kind of odd, but I think it's going to look pretty interesting. Those will be walnut, of course, but these outside doors, I'm not sure what kind of material. I'm thinking either pine or red cedar. What do you guys think? If I do pine, I'll probably cover it in metal, but if I do cedar, I can leave those exposed because cedar does really good exposed to the weather. Let me know in the comments below which one you guys would like to see, and that's what I'll probably end up doing actually. I'm leaning toward red cedar or juniper for you guys that get offended when I call it red cedar. But the same thing. So let me show you guys what we're going to do this morning to finish up this beam and move up to the sawmill and start sawing up some cedar and some pine. Got the beam installed. I did that yesterday, and I'll tell you what friends, that thing was heavy. I should have used my tractor to put it up there. It was pretty heavy actually. So right now we got the first piece of flashing on there. I painted it black. I got that at Lowe's for about $10. I got one more piece to put on that side right there, and the bottom will be covered. Then I have the top piece of flashing, which would go on top of that bevel that we cut on the top of the beam. Out of paint. What do you guys go run to the store and get me another can? I'll wait right here. It's Universal Rust-Oleum Paint and Primer. Make sure you get the right color. Farmhouse Black. All right, friends, I got that installed right before the rain. Looks like the rain is coming in now. But before it gets any worse, I want to hang up one of these rails for the sliding doors. I'm not going to be able to hang the other one today because I've got to cut about a foot off of it. And I don't have a bandsaw for cutting metal, and I don't want to use a hat saw and something like that. And we got some thunder coming in now. May get kind of crazy out here in a few minutes. So we'll go ahead and install one of these. That way I can measure the other one, see how much I got to cut off of it. And I'll probably go over to my buddy Mike's house tomorrow and cut that one to length. And after that's done, we're going to head to the sawmill and get the 70 running. It's cooled off a little bit though. Nowhere near as hot as it was yesterday. All right, friends, on the sawmill, we got a 10-foot eastern red cedar or juniper, depends on where you live. A lot of you guys call this juniper. We all know what it is though. Diameter down here on the operator's side is 11.5 inches. And down here on the far end, what are we looking at here? About 13 inches. A little bit of taper in this log, but not a whole lot. I'm not going to use the toe boards to try to level this out. When I have a taper that's just a few inches like that, I don't really fool with it. It's not a big deal. So here's the game plan, friends. I need to saw up about 1,000 board feet of red cedar, at least 800, preferably 1,000. I think I got just over 1,000 feet here on the ground. We're going to be making this into shiplap. We're going to put it on the ceiling of the timber frame in the very middle of the building. The highest point of the building, the ceiling is going to be shiplap red cedar. I think it's going to look really good. What we're going to do is saw this at 4/4 or 1 1/8 inches actually on the thickness, a little bit thicker than 4/4. and 6 1/4 inches on the width. Now I talked to my friend Craig out in Utah today, and hopefully he gave me some good advice. I'm sure he knows what he's doing on that machine. He's been running that MP260 for a long time. And he told me if I want to make 6-inch shiplap to saw my boards at 6 1/4 inches on the width. So hopefully by doing that, we'll have 6-inch wide shiplap boards once we run it through the molder. On the sawmill today, you guys know what I'm running. If you're new to this channel, I run a Joe Maine Silvertip Turbo 7. I get those from Joe down in Georgia. If you're interested in those saw blades, give him a phone call. His cell phone number is down in the video description. And also, a real big thank you to everybody on Patreon for supporting me here on the channel. I really appreciate you guys. And somebody sent me an email the other day, and I hit my delete button on the phone. I didn't answer it. I hit delete way too fast. And I went to my trash and I couldn't find it. So here's your answer. He was asking me about t-shirts. I do sell t-shirts. I sell them through Farm Focused, a different company. There's a link down below. You can go check those out if you want to buy a t-shirt. Got a lot of different designs on there. Got some hats and all kinds of stuff. You guys hang in there. Let's open up this cedar, and hopefully it's going to be as good as the last one we sawed. Friends, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't too happy with that log. Those boards had a lot of those little voids that you see in eastern red cedar. I hate that. It's kind of hard to avoid them. When you get a cedar of some decent size to it, like 12-inch diameter or bigger, it's just full of voids like that. And the smaller ones are a lot better as far as being, I guess, better quality, less voids in them, but they're full of sapwood. There's no happy medium in there. It's very hard to find a cedar with nice clear lumber in the whole entire log. It's about 7 o'clock. I'm gonna go down to the house and grab some dinner, but I'll be right back and we'll saw up something else. We've got about 2 hours of daylight left. We might as well keep going. I got a real nice sassafras down here that I forgot I had actually, that I dug out of the log pile just the other day. I think we'll bring that one up here next. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back. All right, friends, if you're new to this channel, this is sassafras. It's a hardwood, and the reason this is very unique, well, it's got several reasons. It's rot resistant, it's very good for woodworking, it has lots of different uses out there, but one of the really unique things about it is it smells just like root beer when you saw into it. I can't explain to you guys the amount of odor this tree gives off as you saw into it. The whole entire building smells like root beer while you're sawing this up. And it continues to smell like that until I get the sawdust out of here. So let's open this one up, guys, and see how it looks. I don't see any knots. The only major defect is this bow in it right here. Wouldn't for that, it'd be a top tier log. Should be a good one.